Hello everyone, Stephanie here, and today's video is going to be a discussion on episodes 1 and 2 of season 5 of The 100. I'm putting the first two together because the first two is just a brush up on all of our beautiful separated groups and what's been happening to them. For no spoiler, all I can say is it started off absolutely amazing. Something heartbreaking has already happened and we're only 2 episodes in, so that's totally normal and it was not expected, I won't lie, but I'm still like, I don't know how to deal because I can't believe it, but we'll touch on that later. And it's amazing. I absolutely adore this freaking show. Like, it's one of my all-time favorite shows. I love it. And that's all I can say. So goodbye, no spoilery people, and hello, spoilery people. Okay. The first episode, I was really excited because big chunk of it was about Clarke. Clarke is one of my favorite characters. She gets so much shit from the people in the show and people who watch the show, but I love me some Clarke. But it was actually very emotional in the beginning because first she's obviously coming out. This is after Prime Fire first happened, and she's, getting her way out of the bunker. That's the lab she was in. And she thankfully finds the rover. I think that's what they call the car. She finds the rover, whatever. It just sucks that she ends up losing it for a while. But she finds the rover. She goes to Polis where she sees the building has collapsed over where the bunker is. And there's no way one person can get them even into the bunker, which would have been great for her. But she can't get in, and she sure as hell is not going to be able to get them out by herself for right now. So then they have their own issues, which we'll talk about in a moment. So it's so heartbreaking though, because she's banging on it and she's trying to get in there and she can't, and she's by herself. It's like she wants to just at least be with her mom. She understands why the others left her. It wasn't like it was their choice to leave her. They kind of had to. If not, no one was going to survive. Thankfully, she was just already a Nightblood at that point. And then she makes her way over to what used to be Arcadia. And I honestly kind of broke down in tears the moment she finds that, the toolbox, I think it was. And she sees Jasper's freaking goggles. The letter Jasper left to Monty. And Maya's iPod. Okay, Jasper was a character that honestly pissed me off towards the end. And I was happy that he was going to be gone. But even when he... the episode where he dies, his scene where he dies actually tore me to pieces. I was not expecting for Jasper's moment to end to be the saddest thing that happened. It really just broke my heart and I did not really like it, but he's gone now. But her seeing that and then seeing her break down and realizing shit, I'm really alone down here. Jasper's gone. And then her saying that maybe Jasper had it right. I was like, hold up, no, he did not. Well, I mean, he had it right, but you cannot follow in his footsteps. It was just done so well and so beautiful. And then she's just driving, and then the rover gets fucked up because the solar panels. And then the moment though when Clarke is on her knees in the sand, has a gun up to her head, I was like, no. And I'm here oh yeah, you know what? That's not gonna happen. She's too big of a main character to do that. And then episode 2 happens and I'm like, I don't know what to expect this season. So let me not say things like that ahead of time. We could lose her at any moment. And I know some people will be happy, but I love Clarke and I really don't care what anyone else says about that. But then thankfully she finds Eden. And that town, oh my god, it looks so beautiful, but it was also so sad to see all those dead bodies everywhere. The little boy in the front, and then she walks in, and then they're scattered everywhere. And I'm like, I mean, the good thing is they were all together, but that has to be difficult. She has to dispose of them herself. And that was just absolutely heart-wrenching. And then she finds Maddie. Now, before Maddie is older and they show her really young, does she not look like she could be Luna's daughter? I have the impression that she has to be Luna's daughter. It would make sense that she was Luna's daughter because we already know that when the prisoners land and then she's telling Maddie, go to where you were hiding, the Flame Keepers didn't find you, they might not find you either. Luna wanted to stay hidden away from the Flame Keepers. That homegirl was like, no, I'm going on living on my little rig. But maybe she left her daughter out there to be safe. So that way, even if they tried to do something with her, it's no. leave her like an adopted baby, okay? No one's gonna find out she's a Nightblood, or if they do know she's a Nightblood, it's harder to decipher, like, hey, she's a Nightblood because she's not with other Nightbloods. And she looked like Luna, the crazy hair and stuff. But then she gets older, and I'm like, but she also could have been like Lexi's baby. Like, is it any of their babies is what I want to know. Are you Alexa's? Are you Luna's? I'm over here like I have no idea. But she is with her, and I love that she's with her. I love that Clarke is not alone. I love that Clarke now has this motherly role to play, and you could tell she loves Maddie. They've been together now for 6 freaking years. That's it's a long time, but it's, oh my god, like it was so emotional. And then you realize the only reason why she can't even talk to them is because of the radiation that's around the earth. It's breaking off the freaking signals. And then you have these prisoners coming down, and I'm like, holy crap. And then they're like actual prisoners. I thought, oh, maybe, just maybe those are like the guards that are going to be coming down. No, what happened to the guards? Prisoners, doesn't make sense that they're just going to be left out in space. Eventually they'll come down. I don't really know. And we're going to find out exactly how they got out there, why they were out there, and why it's only a bunch of prisoners. Unless that woman wasn't a prisoner and she was a guard, and then they just became buddies. I don't know. But, you know, you see Clarke, she's hiding away Maddie, she's doing her thing, has her bullets, and then she hears Maddie, when Maddie was like, oh, I'll make sure, when she hands her the gun, I'll make sure that's my last choice, like, that's my only choice, is to sound off the gun or fire at them. And then she does, and then Clarke, like, Maddie kills the first dude that was about to kill her, and then Clarke kills the other guy, because it's like, there are no good guys, and I'm just like, yes, thank you so much, Juanita is back in action. That part when she said, you know, what happens to the Commander of Death when there are no people to kill? Homegirl Commander in Death just got, you know, re-enlisted in the military. So now, that's where we left off with them. We know that Clarke, Maddie have already killed 2 of their people. The prisoners are not going to be very happy about that. I was secretly hoping that maybe they would go to the dead zone and at least, like, bide their time, but then you see previews from episode 2 that maybe they are caught, and I think Clarke's slightly in trouble, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. And now we cut to spaceship. They're eating slop because the food sucks, and they're gonna eventually run out of resources up there. I mean, I know they can last a little bit longer, but how the hell that's gonna happen, I don't know. Murphy is being his typical self. Him and Amori are now having issues because he decided that he needed to be on his own side of the ship, and he's fucking idiot. But like, I also still really love Murphy, but at the same time I can understand why being up there just does things to him. Up there he was in prison, he lost his parents, it was a lot of stuff. And the thing is he also wasn't a horrible person. Like, Murphy stole medicine, I think, for one of his sick parents. So Murphy's not a horrible person. He just does stupid shit to hide the fact that he's actually a marshmallow inside. Like a little peep, you know, those little, what are they, like chick marshmallows? Yeah, that's what he is inside. He's probably like the yellow one, okay? So he's frustrating. And then we find out that Bellamy and Echo are dating. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I remember, like, at the end of the first season, at the end of the last season, me and my mom, I was rewatching it, and I was like, Mom, I would not be surprised if Echo and Bellamy end up together. And they're together, and, like, it's okay, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm almost, like, hoping not, like, to go against Echo. Like, Echo's not a horrible person. She was just doing what she could for her people. At the end of the day, that's all they're ever doing, is just doing what they can for their people. So I get that, I understand it, and I respect it. But like, I'm low-key hoping that when they come down and he sees Clarke and they like run together, they like kiss or something. I am waiting for Bellamy and Clarke to be together. It's one of the reasons why I really love the book series. I mean, if they don't ever, that's kind of cool, but I don't know, like, I love them, but then, like, I also don't love them together. And then, like, Amori looks freaking awesome as shit, though, on the spaceship. She's like, okay, we could do this, 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 and this. She's helping Raven. That means Homegirl is learning. She's understanding all this space stuff. And then they also realize, though, There's a spaceship a little ways from them. They don't have gas to get down, like fuel. They don't have enough fuel to get all the way down to Earth. So, but they have enough fuel to go to them. What's gonna happen is when Clarke, at the end of episode 2, the preview is she gets captured by these prisoners. Now, do they keep her in the spaceship that they went down in, or do they take her up to their main one? I don't know, but I'm really hoping that like she went up to the big one, so then they get over there and then they do that. But then there's also a part where they're talking about how someone has to stay behind. Who's like, stop killing people off already, okay? It's too soon. You can kill all the unimportant people, but everyone on that spaceship I absolutely adore and I love, and I don't want to lose Monty or Harper. Amori or Echo, I could probably see them go, but it can't be Bellamy or Raven or Monty, maybe even Harper. No, I actually really love Harper, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I don't know, but I cannot wait. Oh my god, I cannot wait for them to get down to Earth and to see that Clarke is alive and she's well. The night blood transfusion whole thingy-majingy that they did, it actually worked, and that she's been thinking about you guys every single day since you left. And like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't know what's gonna happen. And at the very, very end of episode 1, it just gives us this little snippet of Octavia in her throne in that main room where that whole thing happened in the bunker, that they like put the people to sleep and stuff, right? Not to sleep, whatever they did to them. They were gassed. That's what happened. They gassed everyone. That's why I said put to sleep. And then they're like having a fucking warriors battle dueling thing at the bottom, and she's just up there like, yeah, this is my freaking kingdom, and I'm over here like, huh? And then it ends. Like, that's the end of episode 1. Now, beginning of episode 2, it's showing you 46 days after Prime Fire, not all these years later. No, I love that they did that because it's good to give us a backstory of at least some of the things they went through. They did it with Clarke, even though they didn't do it with the people up in space like Harper and them. It makes sense, and I understood it. They've just been chilling up there, surviving on what they have. So like, I got that, I understood it. But Clarke and Octavia, they had things they went through. We need to at least know. And then we see Octavia 46 days after. They are already worrying because as they're having a meeting, they hear something. And what they fucking hear is Clarke banging and like trying to get to the bottom. I got so emotional when I saw that because the mother, like, the mom is like not really talking to Kane, and I'm like, well, that's just great. More people are upset with each other that I love together. And then like he's telling her like, oh, you know, I thought you stopped having those issues. And then she's like, okay, it's a Nightblood. Who knows where the bunker is? It's Clarke. And I'm like, yes, it was Clarke. It was, but she couldn't get to you guys. But because they go there and they're trying to open the door with all their might, they realize they can't get out. How are they gonna get out? There is what, tons of concrete just laying on top of that door, on top of the area that they need to go through. So now everyone's starting to freak out. They've only been there for 46 days and already shit's going on because they don't know how to get out. And the thing is, there's not that there's too many people. For the time frame that they had, which was 5 years, they had just the right amount of people, enough food for that time. But now they're like, holy crap, if we can't get out of here, we have to make sure we eat as little of the food as possible because there's too many people to go longer than 5 years. So we have to start rationing now, because what if we don't know how to get out in 5 years? And I understand that it's been 6 years. You guys had a whole extra year there. So what the hell's gonna happen? And then, you know, the stupid, I mean, they're not stupid. Like, I understand all of this. I understand everything. It's all these different crews, clans trying to come together, trying to be one crew, which it looks like it works out towards the end. But, that would have sucked if I had, like, lipstick on my teeth. But, and then we're here, and it's just like, you know, we're gonna lock everyone out. And then the woman goes up to Jaha, who's taking care of Even, and I don't really want to talk about him right now. And then he's like, no, I have to go do something. And he wanted to read him a story that he read his own son. So they lock everyone out, and they have as much of the Sky Crew as they possibly could in there. And now it's a matter of how are we going to do it. And now the people want to round up all of Sky Crew, which is Jaha, Ethan, and like the other people that they have with them. And it's a matter of trying to get them all into one place. And then Jaha at some point in the thing, he gets fucking stabbed in like his liver or something like that. Okay, so Jaha stabbed. No one really wants to listen too much to Octavia, and the Flamekeeper, which is Indra's daughter, doesn't want to make her like the official commander because, you know, she's red-blooded and blah blah blah. I also really liked the name of the episode. It was Red Queen. I was like, yeah, that was actually pretty awesome. Okay, so we have that issue, and then it's a matter of, well, Jaha's like, well, I can rewire and do all this other stuff to try to get the power, to like reroute the power so it goes out and then the door automatically opens because of like emergency issues. But then he talks to Octavia. They're downstairs in the floor below or something underneath where the cafeteria farm is, and he's talking to her, and it starts off with, you know, I'm so sorry if you've never felt like you were one of us. It's just, and he explained to her why things were so hard on the arc, and even though like it's common sense, hearing him say it and say it to her, why he floated her mother, it was because your mother, like down there right now, their enemy is each other, and they need that to not be the issue. Their enemy, they need to be united. One crew needs to be united to have the enemy, which is, like Jaha says, on the arc, their enemy was death. They needed to make sure the laws they had in place, the reason why things were the way they were is because if it was anything outside of that, it threatened their livelihood because they were having issues with oxygen, and they knew they were not going to be able to live out there forever, but they needed to stretch that as much as they possibly could. And when he tells her the reason why we floated your mother is because she threatened our livelihood, she became the enemy because she got us that much closer to death, and I know she got upset, but at the same time, she understood. It's like, oh, okay, I get this. And then Jaha is at the end like, oh, he's like getting more weak and more weak, right? And then like Octavia's like, are we ready? And then he's like, yeah. And then she's like, dude, he's like, no, I need to make sure that you're gonna go up there and that not all of the innocent people are going to be locked in with the guilty people. He's like, you know, the moment those doors open, everyone else is going to go in there and they're going to slaughter everyone the same. The innocent with the guilty, the children with the guilty, you know? And she's like, yeah, but they won't listen to me. So then Octavia goes upstairs and she does her badass freaking fighting thing, okay? Octavia is a warrior, and you put a sword in that woman's hands and all the things that will happen. So she started chanting, you guys saw that, where she was like, one crew, one clan, if you don't want, what is your choice type thing. And then she starts killing all the people that go up to her, and yeah, towards the end the people were like, okay, why am I even going to try? But at that moment they had respect for her. The Flamekeeper had respect for her, because it's like, you were not a Nightblood, but you are a true commander. You were here trying to unite us, trying to save us. And she made sure, so she lets him know it's done, do it, and then the door opens. They separate the guilty from the innocent. They take the guilty away, and we'll talk about that because I actually really like how that happened. And then and then they go downstairs, and then he, you know, like they're trying to figure out what to do with Jaha, and then he was like, send me away to like my wife. And then Cain starts to say their little prayer that they do when people are passing away, and then he like takes his last breath, and I was okay. I don't even know how to feel right now. I'm getting really emotional because I was not fucking expecting Jaha to die in the second episode. Are you kidding me? I went onto his Instagram and I was like, are you kidding me? Everyone is just flooding it with comments like, why are you leaving? Oh my god, this is bullshit. Please don't. Like, Jaha was that character that I loved and hated. He's kind of like Clarke. Clarke is a lot like him, rather, where they understand that some of the things that they're doing, people are going to hate them for it, not forgive them for it, or think you're horrible. But at the end of the day, all he's ever thought about were his people, and he's done his damnedest to make sure that they are okay. And now that character is gone? Like, really, Isaiah Washington, why did you leave the damn show? Oh my god, I'm so pissed. But that's the 100 for you. People dying all the time. I need to just like calm down. I get so, I'm like, really, like, are you kidding me? Jaha's dead. And then they say, wait, may we meet again? And I'm like, ah, really? And then he tells him to take care of Ethan. I'm still so like, I cannot. I'm like angry and like heartbroken all at the same time. So now I'm like, who the hell's gonna fucking die this season? Like, who else? Just give it to us. Just make sure it's not like Raven, Octavia, Bellamy, or Clarke. I could deal with anyone else but those four. Those are my babies out of the whole show. So we'll cut to that in a little bit. But then, so now Octavia is like the legit commander, yo. Like, you guys need to listen to her. If not, she's gonna kill you. Because what are you guys doing? When you guys act up like that, you are threatening the people's lives. Our only enemy is death. They need to survive down there as much as they possibly can, because at this moment, there are no back ways. Jaha let them know there are no other ways to get out of this bunker other than that through that door. Maybe there's another way. Obviously now we won't find out because like he's dead. But okay, I'm really like, okay, let's just talk about the other things. So now Octavia is legit commander. She took off that other stuff. She let him know that's not me. She is herself with blood on her face and a sword in her hand, not with this commander stuff. Like, that's not her. She's a new commander. She is a loving and caring but brutal commander. So now everyone's in the main area. Let's call it the arena now because that's where they have their games. And she lets them know, like, you guys threatened our livelihood. You put everyone else at risk. So yes, you're going to get punished. But I'm not just going to flat out kill you. She throws down her sword and lets him know, fight. You need to fight for your life. Only one of you can come out alive. And we already know who that is because we see her when it fast forwards 6 years later. She's on Octavia's left side, the woman who, like, pretty much locked everything in or almost shot Kane and Abby when they were talking about their emotional stuff. And sorry, that was emotional too, but all I'm thinking about is Jaha, okay? So that woman who I already forgot her name, like, she's irrelevant at this point, but she probably will be more relevant soon. She's on Octavia's left. On Octavia's right is Indra. And in front of her is another battle. And then that one ends, the guy's there. And he's able to survive. Like, you fought well, you fought good, you earned your right to live and survive. And now we see the new group of people coming in to fight for their lives. And who's the last one that enters through the fucking door? It's Kane. What did you do, Kane? What stupid shit did you come up with that now you have to fight for your freaking life? Are we gonna lose you too? I'm really hoping him and Indra are like super buddy and she taught him how to sword fight the way she taught Octavia. But like, me and my mom are like, great, now is he gonna die? We lost Jaha, just get rid of all the old people. That's totally fine. No, it's not. So he's probably gonna come out really fucked up from that. And then the episode's over. And I'm over here like, what the heck's gonna happen? This season is definitely going to have us on a whirlwind of emotions. Because now it's, each of them are, we got a group trying to come up from the ground, a group trying to come to the ground, and a group that successfully made it to the ground. But bitches, you're not supposed to actually be there. They're prisoners with these crazy freaking weapons. They're gonna take Clarke. What's gonna happen to Maddie? What's gonna happen to Raven and them when they attempt to go and dock on the other people's? Like, I don't know what I mean. I don't know like how to feel. The show gives me too much anxiety, but it's absolutely amazing. I love this show. I really do. So those are my thoughts and emotions. Comment down below what you have thought of the first 2 episodes. Then third episode more than likely will be a little discussion all of its own. I just feel like the first 2 were easy to just kind of put together, discuss, because not like, you know what I mean, where not a whole lot has happened. It's, we are setting the ground play. Like, the biggest thing that fucking happened though was goddamn Jaha. I still can't believe that. So comment down below your thoughts. Do you love the show? Do you hate the show so far? Do you think they're doing a good job? I, as you can tell, think they're doing an amazing job because they do what needs to get done to make sure the show makes sense, to make sure it keeps moving. It can't keep the same people, and I get that. But why not like at the end of the season or like the middle or like the 3rd episode, but like really the 2nd? Like, no, that was such bullshit. But I am over and done. That was my little spiel on the show. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Comment down below what you think so far, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.